Hi everyone, and welcome to our IELTS Speaking Myth-Busting series. Over the years, students have heard all kinds of rumors about the IELTS speaking test, with some rumors feeling almost mythical. Many of these ideas have been passed around for so long now that many people just assume that they're true, but actually many of them aren't. So today, we're going to look at some of the most common myths that students ask us about and give you the real, honest lowdown on what's true and what's not. So let's get started. Myth number 1. If I speak quickly, I'll get a higher score. This is one of the biggest misconceptions, and it's definitely false. Speaking quickly doesn't help your score at all. In fact, it usually hurts it. Let's see an example from one of our students on this topic. Describe a difficult day you experienced recently. You should say what happened, how you felt, what you learned from this experience, and why this day was memorable.
Okay, so I want to talk about a day last week that really set me out yesterday. I realized that my boss want me to work extra hour because someone at work called in sick. Honestly, I didn't like the idea, but I didn't really have a choice. I thought the day may make my week easier, but actually it got super busy and I had to fill every minute of my schedule.
When you speak too fast, you may get nervous because you're struggling to keep up with your own speed. It makes thinking of ideas more difficult. You have to use a lot of extra filler words while trying to think for more things to say. Your pronunciation is usually worse. You miss out on a lot of ending sounds, the final sounds, which are crucial to make your speech sound more clear. You're more likely to lose those final sounds like lie, like, may, make, rely, realize. You're more likely to miss natural pauses and linking phrases. Grammar mistakes usually increase, and it becomes harder for the examiner to follow you and understand you generally. So, speaking quickly can actually lower your score. For fluency and coherence, lexical resources, that's your vocabulary, grammar and accuracy, and of course, your pronunciation. Remember, the IELTS speaking test is not about speed. A steady, comfortable pace is much better. It gives you time to think, finish your words clearly, especially those final sounds or some vowel sounds that can change the meaning completely. So what happens when you start speaking at a slower rate? Let's have a look at our student's performance again, now that his speaking is at a much more steady speed.
Okay, so I want to talk about a really stressful day I had last week. I realized that my boss wanted me to work overtime because someone at work called in sick. Honestly, I didn't really like the idea, but I don't have much choice either. I thought the day might make my week easier, but eventually everything got really busy and I have to fill in every minute of my schedule.
So remember, you don't need to try to be as fast as a native speaker might speak in a movie, a TV show, or a podcast. Focus on being clear and steady so the examiner can understand you and your ideas. So that's one IELTS speaking myth debunked. Stay tuned as we go through all of the IELTS speaking myths in this series. We'll see you in the next video.